We are live on YouTube, going live on TikTok, going live on Instagram. We'll be live on all platforms in the next 10 seconds. Three, two, one, and hello, everyone. We are live on all three platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We've got multiple different platforms, and we're just going to go in and we're going to chat a wee bit about. Don't want to go too deep on it just because of the time of year. Just a wee bit about a few things that I've learned myself with self growth, with manifestation. That was a topic that I actually kept getting asked about recently. Manifestation. So I'm gonna say my thoughts on it. So manifestation, I think it is a load of balls, basically, and that is just my personal opinion. Am I an expert in anything? No, but for me, it's something that it's something that never worked. It's something that never worked for me, and it's always it's always action. It is always action. It's always making the small decisions that actually bring you forward. So if you make a decision that is irreversible that then forces you into a new identity. That's what moves you forward. If you manifest something, and if I like, let's say I stared in the mirror and just told myself I'm the best person ever, or if I wrote on a whiteboard I'm the best person ever, and like I put it up and I read it every single morning, or I had it as my home screen, that's not doing nothing. That is doing absolutely nothing by itself. I think, of course, you can manifest and then also take the action and you're going to move forward, but it was never the manifestation that did it. It was the action that did it. And the same goes with self belief. I think self belief is a load of balls. I don't think you need self belief to do anything. There was a lot of times where I didn't have self belief, where I actually didn't really believe in myself. Like if you would have said to me 6 months ago or a year ago, am I going to be doing what I'm doing now, where I'm actually running an event like this? I would have said like, no, I don't know if I can see myself doing it. I wouldn't have said yes or no. I would have just been like, I'm actually not too sure. Like, I don't think you should plan ahead or plan that far ahead. I don't really see any utility in it. But what I did do was I just made decisions that would be moving me forward. I made irreversible decisions. I did things outside of my comfort zone, and I did one thing, one step at a time. And before I knew it, then that's when my life changed. It wasn't from manifesting things. It wasn't from having these clear, direct, specific goals. You behave your way to the person that you want to be. Simple as that. If your behavior isn't in check, you're not going to move. It doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter how many ideas you have, or even how smart you are. If you don't behave and you don't take action towards where you want to go, you do not move forward with anything. And one thing that I think is very important, I'm actually going to pull this out as an example. I mentioned there are irreversible decisions and doing things that will then force you into that new identity. So, like, as an example, actually, this was an irreversible decision. I booked this event back in September, and then automatically that held me accountable to having to like actually commit to this, and actually having to commit to run an event like this, because of the fact I put the down payment down. And when I put that deposit down, there was no getting out of it. I had no other choice but to actually follow through with it. And here we are now, where I'm doing a live every single day, and I've got this event coming up, the posters out and everything. Another thing I've actually done is I was given this here top. This here, it's like a tank top. I was given it by a bodybuilder, and this is like an extra large top, so it's XL. Obviously, this is also like quite a loose fit tank top, so it doesn't fit me at all. But I'll still wear it whenever I train, because if I'm sitting and I'm training and I'm wearing a top that is clearly like hanging off me, it's only going to then encourage me to actually train a lot harder. It's only going to encourage me and inspire me to then go to that identity of actually being able to fit in this. And there's times I do wear this and I have the pump and I actually feel really, really good. Like I'm like, oh my God, this is class. And I've seen myself growing it. So that's another thing that I've done. It's like if you were looking to lose weight and then you bought yourself smaller clothes that you can then wear whenever you lose the weight, you automatically set something in. So then it forces you and it holds you accountable to actually then moving forward to what you want to do. By the way, if anyone on these lives, we have 3 different lives on at the same time. We've got Instagram here, we've got TikTok here, we've got YouTube here. If anyone does have any questions, I always do Q&A at the end. These aren't long at all. They're normally like 5 to 15 minutes. So like if anyone does have any questions, just leave it to the end. The live doesn't really last that long anyway. But yes, that is my thoughts of the manifestation and the self-belief. I don't really think it has much merit. Obviously, if you can manifest it and do the action, yes. If you can believe in yourself while doing it, it's actually really good, because it feels a lot better when you believe in yourself and you do these things. But again, if you set expectations, that can actually hurt you because you set expectations. If those things don't come about, you then disappoint yourself. Expectations a lot of the time can lead to disappointment. So expect nothing and you'll actually be grateful for everything. If you expect the world and you wake up and like good things are happening, but you're like, oh, I didn't get all the good stuff I wanted, you then end up becoming very ungrateful. That's one of the things that I found. So always lower your expectations. And whenever you manifest things as well, I think that can actually be very, very bad for your expectations. Because you're like, right, I have to do this. I've believed it. It should happen. It's almost like I deserve this. You're sitting there like all privileged, like, oh yeah, this should happen to me. This should work for me. It shouldn't work for you. Like you have to behave your way there, as I always say. So yeah, that's my point. I'm not going to waffle on that for too long. Another thing to say just on this here live that I want to get across, and by the way, these lives are just things that I learned myself. Like I am by no means an expert in anything huge. Like everything I say needs to be taken with a pinch of salt. There's going to be things that I say that could really encourage you and could really help you. There's also going to be things I say that aren't going to be applicable to you right now. Never take what someone says as like gold. Sometimes it can really help, sometimes it can't. What people tell you online, it's always take it with a pinch of salt. But one of the things that I've actually realized is, and I think it's really, really true, is that geniuses don't have the right answers. They ask the right questions. And what that means is so many people don't want to learn and they refuse to learn. And because of the fact that they refuse to learn, they then don't move forward in anything. And you cannot learn anything that you think you already know. So you're never going to get better at something if you are too afraid to actually ask questions. And if you want to be a genius at something, and if you want to continually progress and continually improve at something, you have to ask the right questions. You have to ask questions. And a lot of the time it can be very, very scary to ask questions. For example, in this live stream, if anyone has any questions, make sure to ask them. And like I might not have all the answers, but it might give you an idea, or someone in this live might have an answer that could help you. But yes, it's very, very important to ask the right questions. That's what I always say. Well, by the way, I'm going to get back to all questions at the end here. We're live on 3 platforms, so it's actually hard for me to keep track of all the messages. But then I go through all of them at the end and then answer any questions. And then the last thing I just want to say that I think is really, really important is to actually speak to every single person. Of course, not everyone, but as many people as you can come across. Speak to them, treat them right, help them, provide value. And it's not saying a flirt with the world. Like if you flirt with the world, so much can come. Like for example, I was recording in Belfast city centre there 2 days ago. And because of the fact I was doing that, I then was like, getting conversations out of a lot of people. And from those conversations, a lot of different opportunities come up. Like I was speaking to these guys from Edinburgh, they were running a shop, and they said like whenever I come out in Edinburgh, like they'll take care of me. Basically, they'll like provide me with accommodation, they'll take me out, they'll introduce me to the boys. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't start the conversation. So like that's one of the best and most simplest things that you can do that can have such a big return on your investment. Just speak to everyone that you can. If you're walking past someone, or you're in the lift with someone and someone looks really interesting, ask them a question. If you like someone's suit, tell them you like their suit. If you like someone's hair, tell them you like their hair. If they're wearing like a top that you like, tell them it. Like so much opportunity could come out of it. And I think it's a waste if you don't actually do that. If you don't take that opportunity, you don't take that action. So yeah, that's all I wanted to get across in this. If anyone has any questions, I'm going to run through all the chats now. Again, we're streaming on 3 different platforms. Streaming on Instagram right now. Hello, Instagram. Streaming TikTok right here. Hello, TikTok. And we're streaming on YouTube on the right. So we've got 3 different platforms going. There's 3 of me. It's pretty weird. But I'm going to get back to questions, and then we're going to wrap this up. And we're doing this every single day. If you miss this one, you can always come back on the live here tomorrow. But yes, we're going to go through the questions now. So any questions, guys, fire through. Someone said, can I get a hug? Of course you can. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. I don't believe in manifesting. I believe in actually putting in the hard work towards what you want. Exactly. It's simple as that. If you manifest something, it does nothing. But if you take the action and make the decisions and you behave your way to success, that is how you move forward. Simple as manifestation. It's like you're sitting there with expectations, and whenever you set your expectations too high and you tell yourself, I need to do this, you're just going to lead yourself to disappointment. So just take the action, expect nothing, and be grateful for everything that comes as a result. Someone told me YouTube Live helps you reach a lot more people. Actually, to be honest, I'm live on YouTube too. So I'm live on TikTok right here, I'm live on Instagram here, I'm live on YouTube right here. We're actually live on 3 different platforms. Have you been in Lisbon? No, but we're actually going to Lisbon for my client event here next November. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be my first time in Lisbon. Hi, Owen, me, Kyla, and Namish here. Hello, guys. What is the crack? Hope you're all good. Have a lovely broadcast, my friend. Thank you. Well, how's it going? Hope you're all good. Thank you for posting video because it makes me happy. No bother, mate. No bother. I'll keep posting them. I'll keep them coming. Any other questions, guys? We've got 10 people across all 3 lives. If anyone has a question, fire away, shoot away. I'm not seeing any questions in TikTok. TikTok, you're being very quiet today. And YouTube, we have got, I never actually checked YouTube, we've got no questions in YouTube. So, folks, we're going to wrap this up unless any questions come through before I press hang up. But basically what we talked about here, just in case you're jumping on now, is number 1, manifestation isn't really that good at all. The main thing is behaving your way to success and then taking your action the way to success. That's what's going to move you forward. You can manifest all you want, but is it really going to do much? No. Self-belief is good, but what's more important is taking the action. That's what's going to get you moving forward. Make irreversible decisions that's then going to keep you accountable to get where you want to go. Very important. And remember, geniuses don't just have the right answers, they ask the right questions. So what I mean by that is ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you want to do something, if you want to be a fucking top level clothing person, ask a top level clothing person, how do they do that? Ask the right questions. Don't be afraid, and speak to everyone and anyone who flirt with the world. That is what I'm going to leave us all with today. We've got a few questions before I wrap up. Someone said, hi, are you single? Yes, I am. Or actually, no, I'm not. I'm married to my business, unfortunately. What made you start to make videos? The reason I started to make videos was because I was working a job that I didn't awfully love. Also didn't awfully hate it, but I always had like a lot of energy, and I was like, right, I need to have something to put all this energy into. And I found that content was my way of putting energy into something. I got a lot out of it. I really, really enjoyed it. I love the challenge. I seen it as a game. So then that's where I started making videos and posting content. And I've been doing that now for 2 years, and it's one of the best decisions I made. Like, I really enjoy it. Like, it is great. And I've built my business off the back of it. Like, and now I'm running an in-person event because of it. So like, so many opportunities have came because of that, which I like, it's literally my life now, and I love it, basically. Right, guys, we are going to wrap this up. Do you have socks on? Yes, I do have socks on, right? These questions are getting strange. Folks, we are going to wrap up. If anyone is interested, we're running a self-growth event on January 10th, 2026, of course, just to get you all set up for the new year. So if you are interested, link is in the bio. Folks, we are going to shoot off. So I'm just going to end this on all different platforms. It's pretty hard to end these because you have to end it on 3 different platforms. Gonna do